see fire. Inside the mountain, I see fire.
Hi guys, it's Mildred. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video will be a highly requested closet tour. A lot of you guys really wanted to see one due to my previous haul video because I did show a little preview on what my closet looks like, and I'll be including some organization tips on how I keep my closet clean and tidy. So without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy it and let's get started. Before I show you guys my current closet, I'll be showing you an evolution of how my closet looked throughout the years. The first picture is from middle school, the Abercrombie and Hollister stage, but for a middle schooler, I'm impressed that I actually maintained a clean and organized closet. The next picture is from high school. This was my inner hipster Tumblr days when I wore anything and everything, especially color and various patterns. I took out all of my Abercrombie and Hollister clothing and started shopping at Forever 21 and other stores, and especially thrifting. I was such a crazy thrifter back in high school. I literally went every day of every week, and this resulted in storing all of my sweaters on top of my shelf. Currently, this is what my closet looks like. I used to have the bifoldable doors, but then I just replaced them with these curtains because I thought it was a lot more accessible, prettier, and a lot less noisy. I have a relatively small closet, but it doesn't really matter what size closet you have. It depends on how you take care of your things and how you optimize the space for those items. Although I wouldn't mind having a walk-in closet to have more storage, but that's probably going to happen in the future. So my first tip is to use the same hangers. It makes a huge difference. It makes the overall closet look cleaner. I just have these cheap white plastic ones from Walmart, but I am planning to invest in those black slim velvet ones in the future once I get rid of more clothes. My next tip is hang all of your clothes. It just makes everything visible and easier to plan your outfits, or just simply put them away. I hang my clothes according to color, which leads to my next tip is to color code your wardrobe, either from light to dark, dark to light. It's really practical, but it's also visually very appealing. So starting with the left side, I have all of my lightweight clothing pieces. In the far left are all of my dresses. They're all the way to the side because I don't really wear dresses that often. Then it leads to my color section. It just has my 2 maroon flannels. Then I have my only 2 floral patterns. And since they're black, I place my black clothing pieces right next to it so it blends a lot better. This starts off my color gradient system, moving toward the flannel patterns and button-ups, which have a combination of black, white, and gray. Then I have my gray pieces, and then next to it are my striped pieces. As you can tell, I really love pinstripe stripes. And then finishing it off with my most worn white tops. To the very right of my closet, I have all of my heavy sweaters and cardigans that have an opposite color gradient, light to dark, so it has a continuous flow overall. And I just have all my whites, nudes, and beiges first. I'm actually in the process of getting rid of some. And then I have my gray speckled ones and then my black pieces. Then I have my denim shirts. Right next to them are just my green, blue flannels, and then some jackets. Not all of my jackets are here, especially my coats, because I personally think they should remain in like a closet foyer or a coat closet, so it just saves a lot of space. Moving over to the middle area are all of my jeans. I have them folded and stacked on top of each other according to wash color. I have them stored on this makeshift DIY hanging shelf. This was actually from Target, but I eliminated the other board piece and just nailed the individual boards, but they're kept up by these leather cords and attached to my railing to have this cool floating effect. And I'll just show you guys what I mean. It gives off a store vibe having this in the middle of my closet. It's also a great way to divide my lightweight pieces from my heavy sweaters to the right, and this leads to my other tip by managing your space. Keep in check with helpers like hanging shelves, bins, mini drawers, cube systems, pretty much anything, and storing them in categories with these systems is such an easy way to keep up with the things you have. This leads to my bottom part of my closet where my other wire shelf is located. But on top of this shelf are all my intimates like socks, underwear, and bras. They're all specifically placed in their own unit. I use these wire baskets. I don't really know where they're from, but the first one has all of my socks. I rolled them so I'm not fishing out for the other pair. This leads to my next tip. Fold certain items. I fold my socks in a rolling way. First I place them on top of each other, sandwich them, and then place my finger in the opening, and then I just unfold the top layer of the sock, having it cover both socks, and that's my way of folding socks. This is such a practical way, but it's a lot easier knowing you have both pairs together. Next wire basket contains all of my underwear. I color coordinate them as well. Black and white in the front and then the colors in the back. I also have a folding system my friend actually taught me. Have the back facing you and roll the waistband at least 2 to 3 times. Fold the left side toward the center and repeating the same step for the right. Then place the crotch area to the front on top of those sides, and then have this opening and just unroll that forward all the way, and ta-da, you have your cute little underwear spring roll. It's a great way to just keep your underwear in place and not unfold itself. Next unit, I have my intimates, bralettes, bandeaus, and bras. They're not folded in a certain way like my socks or underwear, but they are divided separately in this wire basket. Then all the way to my right, I have this cotton canvas bin that has all of my workout clothes like leggings, tank tops, and in the front it has this mesh flap opening that I put all my sports bras in that. And then it's all the way to the right because I don't really work out anymore. I personally don't have time. I know a lot of you guys want to see a workout routine, but honestly, I don't have one anymore due to school. Moving over to the bottom half of my closet are my main storage drawers. I have the same drawers I had back in middle school. The only difference is I cut out white cardstock the same size as my drawer just to hide my pajamas and make it look a lot more aesthetically pleasing. Plus, it was such an inexpensive way to have white storage. I don't own any fancy dancy IKEA organizers. I just made do with what I had and added my own money saver mindset to it. So this left drawer has all of my pajamas. The top drawer has my PJ shorts or just soft shorts. I also roll them the same way as my underwear. Both my middle and bottom drawer has all of my PJ shirts, and I fold them in half and place them vertically so I can see what I have and not dig and then mess up my whole folding system. All the way to the right is my other drawer, but I can't really open it, just a little bit, because this stores all of my winter sweats and hoodies, which leads me to my next tip, and it's store away out of the season pieces. Either put them away in bins or drawers. It saves a lot of space to hang current season fashion. Then moving to the middle of my shelf are my crop tops. I'm most likely going to put these away because the weather is getting colder. I also have the same color coordination system, having all my limited color first, my denim, blacks, grays, and stripes, sleeveless, black crop tops, and then my white ones. Then I continued my gradient effect with my shorts, with the white, light, medium, and then dark washes, then black, and then khaki olive colored shorts. Then all the way to the bottom is my middle wire bin where I just put my current DIY projects. Right now I still need to fix my boyfriend's cardigan and make his pants into joggers. Now moving to the top half of my shelf, I'm so happy that it isn't used for those countless amount of sweaters I had back then. I actually donated most of them back to the thrift store and sold some, which leads me to my next tip, and it's to eliminate clutter. Every month or two, maybe turn your hangers backwards just to see an overview on what pieces you wear and don't wear, and this really narrows down to the items you should get rid of. If there's still hangers that aren't turned over, definitely ask yourself, if you were shopping in your own closet, would you buy this item? If the answer is no, definitely think about donating or selling it. I know it's really hard to get rid of clothes, but it does save some space. I just recently did my laundry and I'm going to start this method once I do my next batch of laundry. I'll most likely be selling the items I don't wear on my Vinted, so I'll link that below if you guys want to shop in my closet. Continuing with my top shelf, I have all of my bags. The left side, I separated my cream nude bags from my various black bags. I do not own any designer bags. I don't see myself buying one anytime soon because I'm just not in need of one, or I'm just scared that I might end up not using it as much. Toward the middle, I have these Polo Ralph Lauren luggage carry-ons, and the top green one contains all of the items I'm selling on my Vinted. Then the bottom black bag has all of my DIY projects I'm planning to do when I have time. Next to those is my big Victoria's Secret tote bag that just contains more bags that I don't use. Then all the way to the right, I have other tote bags that contain my humongous chunky sweaters that would take up so much space if I hung them up. Moving over to my door, which is an extension of my closet, leads to my last tip, and it's to take advantage of doors. I had a plan for having an over the door rack for my shoes, but I just put all my shoes in the garage so it doesn't take any space in my room, and it just keeps it a lot tidier. But since I don't have closet doors, I just store all of my everyday jackets on the back of my front door and then just place my everyday hats on top. Before I end this video, I want to show you guys my recent ROCKSBOX delivery. If you guys don't know what ROCKSBOX is, they're a company who gives you unlimited access to rent designer jewelry. All you have to do is take a style survey and then add items to your wish list. If you want a month free of these jewelry sets, I actually have a code for you guys, and I'll have it in the description box below, so don't forget to check that out. When I took the survey, I preferred dainty over statement, and my stylist did such a great job in choosing the pieces. The first item is this delicate adjustable bangle, which I thought was super cute. And then I got a matching crescent moon set of earrings and a necklace. All the way in the back just contains a prepaid return label. So I hope you guys enjoyed that closet tour. I hope it gave you some inspiration on how to get organized or what to organize with what. I just wanted to show you guys how I organize. Remember to subscribe, like, do whatever, and see you next video. Bye!
Watch the flames burn over on the mountainside.